Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today I'm using Jamie Sawyer's Tarot, Sawyer's Path Tarot. It's on Etsy if you like this deck. It's gorgeous actually. And I'm also going to use her little Lenormand deck to layer in between because they go together so beautifully. Oops, I need to allow for reversals. Hold on. Okay. And this reading is for Thursday, August 26th, 2021. Boy, we're nearing the end of the month, aren't we? Thursday, August 26th, 2021. What is it that we need to know in order to heal, in order to grow, in order to evolve? Come back home to who we truly are. What is it that we need to know? Okay, right there. Okay, so it looks like is it the King of Wands or is it the Queen? I think that's the Queen. Or not Wands, what am I saying? Cups. Queen of Cups. Gorgeous. But it's reversed. Boy, we have 2 reversals. 3 reversals. Okay. That's all right. We'll figure it out. So let's add the Lenormand in between. Get some more support with this. So the anchor over the moon with the book and the cross. Then one more here for our theme. The whip. Okay. All right. So with our theme here, we have the 6 of Cups, but it did come through reversed. So, when it's upright, let's just sink into this image. This artwork is just gorgeous. I love the colors. We're in this realm of reuniting with who we are, as well as healing. It can be something that is very familiar. It's often a card of the past, but it usually has to do with healing the past. And, like I said, something that's familiar because it's part of your family or your ancestral lineage, like part of those patterns. But it came through reversed. And combined here with the whip, this can be the opposite of healing and the opposite of forgiveness and the opposite of reconciliation. It can have us in that place where, we're stuck and we're needing to grow up, leave home, and be very, very independent. So because of the whip here, I feel like it's a repetitive pattern. Where's my chopstick? Let's do this. It could be a repetitive pattern. But it's also, the whip is also an action card. So this, I really do get the feeling this is leaving the repetitive pattern behind that you grew up with, that we may have to always kind of examine ourselves. Like, am I doing it again? Am I responding the same way that that I did when I was little? Am I rejecting myself? Am I in any form of self-hatred just because I had, much less than loving experiences with my family? Is that what's happening? And that's especially the case here when we have the Queen of Cups reversed. Because that can be, this imagery is actually really beautiful. But this, you know, when it's reversed, the Queen of Cups can be really insecure and needy. And if we're in that place, if we're in that place of neediness, that means that we have a demand going out into the universe, going out towards your relationships. And whenever there's a demand, you're going to get rejected. That's just the way it works. Whenever you've got a forcing current that says, I have to have this, people have to treat me this way, or I'll never have this, or if you're in that place of not having, if you're not happy with yourself, you're not in truth. If you're not, the world is not going to mirror you 100% of the time in the love, truth, and beauty that you are. But if you can be happy with yourself no matter what the world is doing towards you, then you're going to be good. Things will be fine. We do have, this can be a family card here. This can be a card of being recognized and emotionally understood. And so this combination here, with the anchor, we can sometimes feel stuck in our old family patterns. With this, all of these cards here feels to me like if we're stuck in that old familiar family pattern, it's most likely coming from the relationship with our mother. So if you grew up with a mother who was very insecure and immature, you're going to have some of that magnetized into your soul substance. And that's because if we don't attach to somebody when we're growing up as an infant and, a young one, we're not going to make it. So our life force that can come in, pretty darn pure and beautiful, if it has to attach to a negative type of reality in order to survive, then we're going to have to work that through as adults growing up. So if you had a mother who wasn't there for you, if you had a mother who was so needy herself that she was trying to get love somewhere else and wasn't, fully present for you in the love that you are, then you're going to have that empty feeling inside and you're going to feel insecure and you're going to feel like you need to get that love from the outside. But to heal the whole thing would be to come back home to yourself and love yourself through it. And to me, the only way I ever got it was through meeting the pain, finding the false beliefs, but also sitting and meditating and getting in touch with my emotional body and then clearing out all this past. And on another level, so this can be, we've got the Queen of Cups reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed. So, beautiful. But we've got both elements of negative mothering here. With the Queen of Swords reversed, that brings in somebody who was critical, somebody who was not only, pessimistic, but maybe even dishonest, like, that's just the way it is, like that. It's just that attitude that can be very cold-hearted and say the wrong words at the perfect time that just, beats you down. And so if that was the case in your childhood, whichever polarity you're coming from, or goodness, I sure hope you didn't have both of these, but lots of us have had moms who were needy and then overly critical of themselves, and then they project that onto us. And then sometimes they're overly critical of us and just very, insensitive, cruel, harsh, cold. If you had any of that growing up, you may not remember it all, but it would have been a burden that you would carry. And as an adult, the deal is to open up your Akashic Records, open up the book of your life, open up to understanding what was kind of etched into your soul substance that literally needs to heal. And if you do that, you will be working on yourself, repeatedly until you get that pattern cleared out, and you would be healing, though. You would be reconciling your own inner dualities, your own inner split. You would be reconciling that soul substance that was caught. And then you'll have faith in yourself. Then your brain will work right, the way you think will work right, the way you communicate with yourself will work right. You'll be independent and emotionally clear, so that your pure feelings will come through, and you can trust them and know which way to go. Because when the Queen of Cups comes through straight up, she's really intuitive and very, very loyal to herself and nurturing to others, and it's a healing force for change. And when the Queen of Swords is straight up, she comes from that place of being very self-sufficient and, intelligent. She's got emotion. This one has emotional intelligence, and this one has the rational intelligence that comes through because she's gone through all the painful, issues with the heart. These two work in tandem. At least that's been my experience. You can have a high level of reason and good common sense, but if you haven't done your emotional work, your brain's still not going to work right. You have to do both. And then you'll have faith in yourself. Coming through the other side of all of this, you'll have faith in yourself. Your brain will function wonderfully, your intuition will flow, and you'll be very independent of any negativity from the past, any abuse from the past. You'll be independent from that, and your whole life will work in a completely different way. And you will be able to pat yourself on the back knowing that that's the reason you came in to heal these issues. We come in to heal whatever pattern that was not based in truth. And that's what our parents, they help us come to terms with that in their own, sometimes very negative ways. And then other times we can have actual healings with our parents because we're the ones that speak up and say, hey, hold on, I don't believe this is the way to be, but can we try something else? And again, that takes a lot of work, diving into the past. And especially for those of us, if you still have parents that are alive, I don't, but if you do still have parents who are alive and they're having memory problems, you'll have to meet them where they were when they were younger and help them heal. If you can help them heal best you can, the past, then they can be more independent. I mean, I've never been able to prove it, but I've always felt like Alzheimer's and memory issues come from having not healed the past. Because why else are they always going back to their childhood? It's because it's where they need to go in order to heal. And, that wasn't one of that wasn't one of the natural ways of moving through life when they were growing up. You can imagine all the trips that were put on those souls. Like to have therapy means there's something wrong with you. It's just a lie. It's that's just one of them. So, but a self-examined life is. That's how you clear, that's how you heal. So that's the goal for the emotional body, to clear itself out, is to work on it. And it also frees up the way the brain works and releases the hidden, secrets that people sometimes can just carry with them as their painful burden. But this is a card, the cross is a card of self-responsibility, taking self-responsibility for whatever your cross is to bear. Whatever your cross is to bear would be those false beliefs from the past. And I would be willing to bet, and another thing that I can't prove is that the false beliefs came in at our moment of death in our past lives, at least the last lifetime, where you went to your death with the false belief about yourself and life. And so then it's like, oh, well, that's the ticket in here for this new life, and we're going to have to revisit over and over until we get it. But we will get it. We will get it. And then we will be free and independent and emotionally clear. So whatever you're having to go through, it's not for naught. It's for a very, very good reason. Okay, thanks, you guys. Take good care. Bye.